All right, good morning. Happy Monday. So I just wanted to start by asking how everyone is holding up today. It was kind of like a big thing, we had a holiday where we weren't able to necessarily join in with our families and spend a lot of time together, even though I've heard some stories, but who knows if they're true or not. Just kind of check in and see with those family members. Maybe just we did a Zoom call with my family yesterday. It was kind of nice. Just to kind of see their faces and talk to them for a little bit, ask them how their day was. So welcome this morning to another cat yoga class, and we have my little friend here. I just decided to bring him in to the room, not necessarily his brother, because his brother was trying to scale the window, so I was like, that's not going to happen. So he might be hanging by the door, because I think he's on the other side of it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with our practice this morning. Come to a seated position at the back of your mat, and if you have props for this, that's fine. If not, that's okay too. So just gonna find out what's gonna work best, and we're just gonna come to that comfortable seat, bringing your hands in your lap or on your knees, thighs, and just start to breathe in and out the nose. Relax and close your eyes, or maybe just bring them to a soft gaze. So exhale completely and inhale slowly and deeply through your nose. And as you're doing that, allow the stomach to expand. So maybe you bring a hand to the belly. And as you exhale, start to slowly release that breath through the nose. Let's do that a few times together. No intention behind this necessarily, just kind of breathing in and out. Alright, and then at your next inhale, you start to take note of how long the inhale lasts, like how many seconds. So, it could be variable from person to person. So maybe you're starting with an inhale for the count of 5, and maybe you're exhaling for the count of 6. So maybe just try that, see if it works. It doesn't have to be even necessarily. If you want to have it even, that's fine too. But maybe the purpose today of this exercise is to kind of get that exhale a little bit longer. So we'll just kind of gradually increase it. So starting with that 5, 6 count. Slowly, maybe with this next exhale, you increase it to 7. And then this last round, let's try to do it all the way to 8. So this is the highest we'll go, and if your lungs have more capacity, you know, you can definitely kind of take it a little further, but we're just going to leave it at this point today. You'll begin to notice how slowly you can actually allow that breath to vacate the body. We take 2 more rounds. And then 1 more round. Just like you come to a natural breath, whatever your normal breath is, in and out the nose. We'll just kind of take a few more here. Okay. All right, and then slowly open your eyes. Let's go ahead and start to move the neck a little bit. Shoulder to shoulder, side to side. Just kind of creating a little bit of movement, rotation. Okay, and we're going to inhale. We'll come back to center. We'll bring the arms up. And then exhale, bring them to the mat in front of you. And this is where you can either roll over the legs or just kind of swing the legs from over to the side. Coming to the hands and the knees. Okay, so we're going to do a few different movements here, kind of involving our cat-cow. So first, just 1 round normal. Just kind of drop your belly down, lift the chest, pull those shoulder blades back. Take a nice breath in, and then we'll exhale, press away. All right, and then come back to center. So just bring my neck back to a neutral spine for a moment. So go ahead and tuck your toes. We're going to add on some other movements. We're going to add in like a down dog to this and kind of move between those couple poses. So as we inhale, start to again drop the belly down, keep the toes tucked, and as we exhale, start to press up. All right, and again, inhale, dropping the knees down, keep those toes tucked, cow pose. And then exhale, start to press yourself up. So heels might come up close, or maybe your knees are really bent here. All right, again, inhale. Dropping the knees down, lift the heart, and then exhale. Let's kind of do a few more of these with your breath. All right, we'll do 1 more time. And then we're just going to end up meeting in a downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths here. So maybe now you're starting to feel like your heels are sinking down towards the ground. You feel some length in the back. If you want to, then pedal the feet out a little bit. go ahead and bring the toes together. Inhaling up the right leg. Exhale, step it all the way up to the top. We'll step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up to stand. Reach those arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back. All right, so we're in a runner's lunge for a moment. Drop that knee down, and we can keep the toe tucked here or let the foot go long, up to you. Let's bring the hands up, reach them up. Really sink into your hip. Good. All right, finding your hands back down to the ground. We're gonna lift up the knee that we just dropped, and then step that right foot all the way to three-legged dog. Try to avoid if there's cats in your yoga space. Let's go ahead, bend the knee, open the hip. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and bring the foot all the way back to the top. Try not to step on those cat feet. Those tails. Step all the way up with your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reach up tall. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, good. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. We're going to step both of the feet back now. And exhale back to downward facing dog. And just start to walk the feet again. Pedal them out. All right. Bringing the toes together here. Inhaling up the left leg. Exhale, step it all the way up. We're going to step that right foot up again to meet the left. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Bring the arms up. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach tall. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Just step back the right toes. Drop the knee down. When you're ready, inhale. Bring those arms up tall. Lifting that lower belly here. Good. All right, hands come down. Let's go ahead, lift up the right knee. Take the left foot all the way back. Three-legged dog, bend the knee. Open the hip. All right, step that foot all the way back up to the top. Right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Arms reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step both of the feet back to plank. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Just take a few moments here. I'm just going to settle into your breath. Maybe kind of returning to that counting. Seeing how many inhales, how many exhales. All right, let's bring the toes together. Inhaling up the right leg. Exhale, step it forward. We're going to come to right foot warrior two. So go ahead, open up. Create some space here. And kind of take a second here to even check where your arms are. Like actually, at this point, I'm looking at myself on the video, so I can kind of see my arms are level, but just kind of check in to see if your arms are level. Where are your hands at? Engage this back leg. All right, at your next exhale, extended side angle. So just come down here, and what I want you to do to kind of get more of an opening You know, start maybe with your hand on your hip and kind of roll the shoulder back. We're going to take this arm, this left arm, and then slowly rotate it open. So sweeping it up and back. Keeping this hand engaged. Maybe adjust my stance a little bit. And maybe your gaze kind of follows here. Okay. Let's go ahead and right from here, slowly start to dip down. We're going to come to the center of our mat, dropping our head down. Feet are parallel for a moment. Taking a few breaths. All right, then walking ourselves to the other side of the mat. So if the left foot is turning forward, let's go ahead and come back up to that warrior two. Taking a few breaths, and again, it's kind of checking your leg. If you have to look at one finger, then maybe turn the head towards the front. Good. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. We're going to turn our torso towards the front, or towards where our left foot is. And then we're going to step the right foot up. As we do that, we're going to start to cross the ankle over the left thigh, sitting down in our half chair. More breath here. Let's slowly unravel. Take the foot back, crescent lunge. Reach it tall. And as we're going to exhale, we'll bring the hands down and maybe step this back foot in a little bit. Heel plant, straighten out the front leg. Let's go ahead and lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold it in. So let's drop the head down. Keep the legs straight as you can. Hold this. Left it back. Move this one forward. We want to feel like we're squared. All right, let's go ahead and add a bend back into the front leg and come back up to warrior two. All right, so we're going to make our way kind of back towards the other end of the mat. We're just kind of taking a few breaths here. Let's inhale, arms come up. As we do that, we're going to turn those feet parallel. Exhale, fold it down. All right, take a few moments here. All right, let's go ahead again. Turn yourselves back towards the opposite side of the mat. This is where we're going to come up on the back toes. So coming into a runner's lunge, plant that left hand, right arm comes up. Good, exhale, hand comes down. Let's step back to plank. And we haven't done a vinyasa yet, so let's go ahead and do one. Lower down your mat, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the left side. Inhaling up the left leg. Exhale, step it forward, warrior two to start. So plant that back heel. Open up the arms. And again, maybe you have to just kind of check in to see if you're level out. So kind of do that if you need to. All right, so extended side angle here. So with our next exhale, bring yourself down. And same thing as before. So keeping the arm, this time your right arm's extended right in front. And as we start to sweep it around, You do a couple different ways. Opening, rotating, open. Good, we're gonna sweep all the way down. So hi there, nice to see you. All right, taking a few breaths here. All right, and then turning yourself all the way to the opposite side of your mat. So now the right foot is up in front. Let's come back to that warrior two for a moment. Finding it on this side. All right, bringing the hands to heart. Start to turn your body towards the front of the mat. We're going to cross this left ankle over the right. So sit down in that half chair. Good. Stepping the foot back, crescent lunge, reach it up. All right, bringing the hands down to the mat. Again, plant the back heel. We're going to straighten up both of the feet again. Lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold it in. All right, start to slowly bring yourself up to warrior two. Opening it up. All right, reaching those arms up nice and tall. Turn the toes parallel. Exhale, fold it forward. And if you wanted to here, even too, if you want to take your fingers behind the back and just kind of do a yoga mudra here, you can. Really rinsing out. Dropping the head. All right, let's go ahead and turn back towards the other end of your mat into that runner's lunge. Plant that right hand, lift up that left arm. Plant the back hand back down, step it back to plank. Let's take another vinyasa, so lowering down to the mat, lifting up the heart, and exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Good, and take maybe as many breaths as you need. All right, let's bring the toes together. Inhaling up the right leg. Exhale, step it to the top. Let's go ahead and come up to warrior two. We're going to do something a little similar on this side again. So kind of create that space here. Reach those arms apart. Good. Now when you straighten out the front leg, so we're still in this T-arm section, what I want you to do, and I know a lot of us are like, oh yeah, we know how to do triangle. So let's go ahead and practice the movement that we create when we start to kind of find ourselves in that. All right, so as we have our arms reaching forward or out, start to lengthen, reaching those right fingertips for something ahead of you. Good. And then slowly bring it back to center. And then see if you can have your left fingers kind of take you the opposite way. Just a little bit. Good. And then take it back to center. And then over to that right end again, like someone's playing a tug of war. Let's take it back to center. And then over, like someone's pulling you back this way. All right, we're going to do it one more time. So come back to that center point. Reach it forward. Good. Take it back to the center. Nice neutral body here, and then reach it back. Good. All right, come back to center. Here we go. So as we start to reach forward this time, we're going to open up so this arm might just come down. So wherever it kind of floats down, it might just be here. You know, you can use a block or your hand. Wherever it kind of reaches. I don't want you to have to extend yourself further. So if your arms are really far out, maybe you can reach down here. But if you're not going that far, it might just be here, right by your knee. Again, just kind of take a moment. Good, bend that front leg. Good, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, let's bring the hands down to the mat. Come back up on that back toe. Step back to plank. We're gonna do a side plank variation here. This is the one I actually just like to do often. So we're gonna come onto the right side of the foot, right side of the body. I'm gonna step my left foot in front and keep my hips lifted. Keeping that right leg nice and straight on the razor edge. Bring the arms up. It's another variation of a supported plank, side plank. So then maybe you can kind of play with this other foot and bringing it into your tree. Maybe. Maybe not. Just gonna play around here. Or maybe you're even grabbing onto your toe. All right, let's go ahead and come back down to your plank. Come down to forearm plank. Okay. I'm going to take a couple breaths here before we move on. And what we're also going to do is some like little hip dips. So just coming onto the right side of your feet. Just the feet. Arms are still forward. Strengthening those obliques. All right, go ahead and come back to center. Lower all the way down. Feet come untucked, hands to our sides, inhale to cobra. And then exhale to down dog. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and inhale up that left leg, and we're gonna step it up to the top. Warrior two. Go ahead and find it out. Figure it out here. Find some length. I mean, we have a lot of time on our hands, so we can really work on these poses a little bit more versus on, you know, staying in a regular class. We only are dedicated to that time that the class is for. All right, so straightening out that front leg. We're gonna do the same thing. So really feel that space that's being created with your arms right now. Okay. All right, someone's gonna pull on these fingers and pull you forward. Good. Bring it back to center. Then do the same thing where someone's gonna reach for those right fingers and pull you back. Good, take it back to center. Over to that front, and they're pulling you forward. Good, back to center. Pulling you back. All right, come on, back to center. Last time on this side. Pull you forward. Good, bring it back. And then someone can pull you back. Then taking it back to center. Now again, reaching it forward. As far as you can, maybe you take a little further than before. Float that left arm down, block a leg, mat, toes, anything that you can reach. Maybe you're floating it here. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Yeah, open it up. And if your arms get tired, my shoulders are kind of getting tired. It could be a combination of those planks too. But you're just gonna bend the elbows, flip the palms up. We're actually gonna take it reverse. So reach up with that front arm. Good. Cartwheel it down to the mat. So starting with that side plank, this time on the left. So coming on the left side of the feet. All right. Take the right foot, step it kind of like midway. Coming to that kickstand variation, or maybe you're playing around a little bit. Good. Go ahead and come back to your plank for a moment, then come down to the forearms. All right, so the little oblique move we're gonna do, flip over to that left side of your feet, just keeping the arms stationary where they are. Good. Go ahead and slowly come back to center, lower down. Let's go ahead and relax the arms for a moment as we come down to our belly. Relax the legs. Perfect. All right. So lifting your forehead up maybe just a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Bringing the arms, interlace the fingers at the low back. We're going to zip up the legs. Inhale, lift up. Bound locust pose. Or maybe you want to keep the arms free here. You can do that too. Beautiful. Slowly lower. Press yourself back to child's pose. And this could be, maybe you're not quite ready for a wide knee child's pose yet, but you haven't done a lot of hip stuff. So just kind of maybe take them a little wide, but not quite as wide. Drop the head down and reach back for your feet. Just a few more breaths here. Okay. Go ahead and press yourself up and we'll return to downward facing dog. So tucking the toes under, lifting up the hips. Awesome. All right, bringing the toes together here, inhaling up the right leg. Let's go ahead and bend the knee, open that hip again. All right, bringing the knee over to that right tricep. Just kind of tapping it and inhaling back up. Over to the nose, so patting your back. Inhale, reach the leg. Let's tap it over to the left side. And if you want to here, kick the leg through, come into that wild thing. All right, stand it back up, three-legged dog. Then bring the knee in towards the wrist. Right knee towards the right wrist. Extend those left toes back. And let's come on down into our half pigeon. hands. If you have any props that were underneath, go ahead and remove that. We're gonna roll onto the right hip. Swing the left leg around. You might need to readjust the body. And then we're gonna grab onto our knee and twist over to the left. So we're finding a little pretzel here. And then do a little counter twist. Take yourself over to the right, bow down. Excellent. All right, so start to unravel. Take yourself back to a plank maybe, and then find your way to downward facing dog. All right, so let's go ahead and do the left side. So taking the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. All right, taking the elbow and the knee together on the left. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, back up. Over to that right side. And again, if you want to kick it through. Good. Take it all the way back up. Three-legged dog. And then bring that knee in towards the left wrist. Allow yourself to melt down. Find your half pigeon here. All right, go ahead and come up to your hands. Again, remove the props if you have them. Roll onto that left hip and swing that right leg around the body. Good. Go ahead and squeeze the leg in towards the center as we twist to the right side. Good. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and counter twist over to the other side. Bending in. Awesome. Let's go ahead, unravel the legs, and we're going to come into a back bend. And this could be of your choice. It could be either bridge or wheel pose. I'm just going to stick with bridge, I think, today. I was contemplating, I'm like, I haven't practiced wheel in a while, so we're just going to go ahead, press in, so really squeeze in the glutes here. Maybe the shoulder blades roll underneath. We lift the chest to the chin. Take the chin slightly up, not like crick the neck really high, but just kind of opening up the throat slightly. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and slowly roll yourself down. Just going to take a sec on your back. Let your spine kind of neutralize. And I haven't done this in a while, so go ahead and come up to a seat. We're going to have the legs extended out in front. Legs, toes pointing up. And if your hamstrings are a little tight, just bend the knees slightly. If you have a strap or something you want to use for this, go ahead and grab that. We're just going to inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold it forward. And this might be where you kind of start in one position, then slowly and ease into another. All right, go ahead and ease yourself back up to sitting. We're going to come to our back. We're going to do just a couple more poses on the ground, on our back. Just go ahead and squeeze the knees into the chest gently. Having our back just on the ground though. So nothing, we don't have to roll, we're not going to roll up because we just did like a little forward bend that kind of took care of that. So go ahead, bring your hands actually to a cactus. And you might need to kind of bring the toes down a second. Shift the hips over to the left. Then drop the knees over to the right. A little heart opening as we twist. And you can gaze up towards the ceiling here, or if you want to take the gaze to the left too, that's fine. All right, go ahead and bring the legs back to center. And if you want to keep the arms out where you had them, that's fine too. Take the hips over to the right. Let's go ahead and drop the knees to the left. Go ahead and bring yourself back to center. So maybe just giving those knees a little squeeze in to the chest. All right, taking the legs out one by one. All the way to those corners of your mat. Finding a nice restful space. Opening up the palms towards the ceiling. Hey, little stinker. Or if your cat's eating your hands, maybe it just goes onto your belly. One of the two. And settle in for Shavasana here. Taking a few moments. start to deepen your breath here. Coming back to that breath that we focused on in the beginning of our practice, just allowing to be maybe a longer exhale. Start to bring some movement back into the body, maybe wiggling toes and fingers and stretching gently. Petting your dog or your cat that decided to join your practice if you have that available. Kind of allowing them to wake up too. Alright. Let's kind of walk our feet in towards our body so we're not necessarily pulling the knees into the chest, but kind of walking them in, and then roll over to your favorite side. Use your arm as a pillow or your pet. All right, and then we're going to gently press ourselves up to a seated position. Take a second to settle into your seat, having the eyes closed or a soft gaze. Let's go ahead and bring the hands to Anjali Mudra. Palms together at the heart. So thank you again for sharing your practice, sharing your time with me here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I'll bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye, center of the forehead. The divine light honors the divine light in each of you. And together we bow. Namaste. Alright, so I thank you. Lotus thanks you. Have a great day, guys. Try to stay out of the rain if it's around. Maybe just kind of maybe practice some yoga, some meditation, hang out with your pets if you have some. All right, again, thanks so much. We'll see you again next week, and check out my channel for other events that are coming out. I'll be around, so see you soon.